All right, everybody, Mr. Gustin back in the chemistry classroom with your last two reactions. They both fall under the category of single displacement, but here's what I have for you. I have got some pure copper solid that I found in the chemistry classroom. So I have this. I also have two other aqueous chemicals, not liquid chemicals, aqueous. Ions in water, ions in solution, aqueous. I have got silver nitrate, AgNO3. I found some aqueous silver nitrate in the classroom, and I also have some aqueous iron 3 nitrate in the classroom. Iron 3 nitrate. I found both of these in the classroom, and I was wondering to myself, well, if they're aqueous salts, aqueous solutions, ions in solution, and I have this solid copper, elemental copper in the classroom, I could definitely see their reaction, right? Without predicting the products, I can go ahead and see, are these going to react? I think they should. They're chemicals. I wrote an equation. They should react, right? Let's go ahead and check to see if these two reactions happen here in the classroom. So I'm going to go ahead first. I'll turn you sideways so you can see what's going on. I'm going to go ahead and put silver into this test tube and iron into this test tube. So iron nitrate is going in the test tube over here. Ooh, look at the color. It's like a yellow color. It's not spoiled. That's just the color of iron ions in solution. So I'll put enough to cover just the bottom of the copper when I put the copper down. Remember, that's the iron 3 nitrate that you're seeing there. And then right here, I'm going to go ahead and use some silver nitrate. Silver nitrate. The stem of this thing is all junked up, but the solution itself is rather clear. So let's go ahead and put a few more drops down in there just to make sure we get the base of the copper covered. And we put it in. And then we'll take our two pieces of copper and just go ahead and slide them down and make sure that they are touching in the solution. So we can go ahead and actually model that solid copper in just resting in the solution. I may have to actually bend this copper here to make sure it gets in the test tube. And check it out. Check how easy this stuff is to bend. Metal, properties of metals, right? Properties of metals. Super flexible and easy to bend. It just doesn't want to go. There we go. There we go. Now you can slide that all in and sink it in. So now you can kind of see, I'll bring you all a little closer. You can see that we have both of these in solution right now. And we're going to let those sit there for a minute. While we let those sit there, you might consider having your activity series of metals out. Just to compare what you think might happen to what you actually see happening here. Let's check back in with our chemicals. They've been reacting for a little bit now. Let's see what we see down here. Do we see anything forming on there? Oh yeah, check this out. Check it out. There's already like a black substance, a darker gray substance, whatever color that is, forming right there on the surface of the copper. Interesting. Let's check back in over here. I've got the copper and the iron. If I go ahead and I pull the copper out of the solution, it's kind of hard to see because of the glare, but I still don't really see anything forming on my copper. So we'll put it back in there, maybe take a few more seconds to see what happens while we check back in with the silver nitrate and copper. This is actually really interesting. I'm not sure you can see, but look at all of this dark, almost fuzzy material that is forming right there. I wonder what that is. This reaction is clearly happening. And as we check back in over here on the iron nitrate, it kind of looks like there's a dark thing under there, but that's just my shirt, right? If I look at the copper remains pretty normal, like unchanged. Back over here. Let's see if we can get this thing out. There we go. Look at that. Look at that. What is that? Do you know what that is? Because if you know what that is, you'd be super, super excited. I promise you, it ain't gold. Let's go back up here. You've got two reactions. One reaction, the top reaction, this one happened. This one totally occurred. It was like, yeah, we saw solids form on the copper. Down here, this reaction didn't happen. I wonder why. I wonder how the activity series might help explain that to us, or at least help us explain why we saw a reaction and why we didn't see a reaction. Can you predict the products? Can you do some math? Can you do some explanations? This is the last reaction we have for our review. Make sure you've got this all written down. You have your qualitative data. Head over to your review sheet. Finish that thing up. I will see you all later. Good luck on your final assessment.